Welcome to BookHub. Today we look into the story of a con artist, king and a chessboard. Once upon a time, when chess held great importance, a skilled con artist thrived by crafting exquisite chessboards for prestigious clientele. Among his patrons was a king renowned for his love of the game. The con artist's chessboards were unparalleled in their craftsmanship, each a masterpiece with meticulously detailed pieces. These unique creations made the con artist's work highly coveted and treasured. During his previous encounters with the king, the con artist had discerned a weakness in the monarch's mathematical acumen, despite the king's unwavering belief in his own wisdom. Capitalizing on this insight, the con artist hatched a cunning plan to deceive the king and acquire a substantial fortune, employing a chessboard and rice as a curious means of payment. The opportune moment arrived when the king expressed his desire for a new chessboard. Seizing the chance, the con artist proposed a proposition to the king: "Your Highness, I do not seek monetary or material compensation for this chessboard. Instead, I humbly request a modest offering of rice." Intrigued, the king, considering himself shrewd, inquired, "How much rice do you require?" The con artist calmly responded, "I merely ask that you place 1 grain of rice on the first square, 2 grains on the second, 4 on the third, and so on, doubling the amount for each subsequent square until we reach." Confident in his own cleverness, the king agreed, thinking that fulfilling such a request would be a trivial matter. Instructing his granary to oblige the con artist's request, the king soon realized the enormity of the task he had unwittingly undertaken. The early squares cost him a meager amount, but by the end of the first row, the tally reached 128 grains, a number inconsequential to the king's vast wealth. As the second row unfolded, the situation spiraled out of control. The 64th square alone demanded a staggering 32,768 grains. By the 21st square, the king owed over 1,000,000 grains, and by the 41st square, the count had surpassed 1,000,000,000,000 grains, an astronomical quantity far beyond the king's realm, or any kingdom's capacity, to supply. The con artist, sensing the king's distress, offered a solution: "Dear king, fret not over the rice that eludes you. Instead, you may compensate me." At that moment, the king recognized the deception that had been played upon him. It was a bitter pill to swallow for a ruler well versed in the art of negotiation. After a brief moment of contemplation, the king addressed the con artist, his voice laced with a mix of resignation and determination: "I shall indeed pay you the promised sum in golden land, as my subjects rely on rice for sustenance. However, before you receive your payment, I insist that you count every single grain of rice that..." The con artist's confidence wavered as the magnitude of the task dawned upon him. Counting a single grain of rice took merely a second, but to count the astronomical number of grains promised would require an entire lifetime, and even then, he would only be at the beginning of his count. The king remained resolute, unwavering in his demand for an accurate count before releasing any payment. Realizing the futility of the situation, the con artist relented, acknowledging the impossibility of the task. He graciously conceded, presenting the chessboard as a gift to the king instead, releasing them both from the web of deceit. Thus, a lesson was learned: even the most cunning of tricksters could be outsmarted by a wise and just ruler. The con artist, humbled by the king's wisdom and integrity, recognized the error of his ways and the consequences of his deceitful actions. From that day forward, the con artist dedicated his skills to creating chessboards that brought joy, enlightenment, and unity among players. He used his craftsmanship to promote fair play, strategic thinking, and the beauty of the game. Inspired by the king's moral compass, he became an advocate for honesty, integrity, and the pursuit of knowledge. As for the king, he learned the value of humility and the importance of thorough scrutiny. His encounter with the con artist served as a reminder that even the wisest among us can fall prey to deception. From that moment on, the king vowed to rule with fairness and justice, protecting his subjects from cunning manipulations. The story of the con artist and the king's chessboard and rice became a cautionary tale, spreading far and wide. It served as a reminder to individuals in positions of power to remain vigilant, to question motives, and to never underestimate the consequences of their decisions. The tale also highlighted the enduring power of wisdom, integrity, and the pursuit of truth in navigating the complexities of life. And so, the con artist and the king parted ways, forever changed by their encounter. The con artist found redemption in his craft, while the king became a symbol of just rule and wise leadership. Their story lived on as a testament to the transformative power of friendship, humility, and the pursuit of truth. In the annals of history, their tale serves as a timeless reminder that even amidst deception, genuine connections can be forged, and lessons learned can pave the way for growth and enlightenment. Thanks for listening to us. Please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.